Hi there, Dan the Weatherman here. Hey, welcome to my weather show. This is the global edition where I take a look at the weather around the world. And the first thing this week is, have you heard of A76? It's not some new road somewhere. A76 is now the largest iceberg on the planet that has just broken off from Antarctica. Sitting down here, that's Argentina, that's the Antarctic Peninsula, and it's right about there. Let's zoom in close and I can show you where it is exactly. And this particular thing is pretty large. Right there, you say, no, I still can't see it. Let's get even closer. That little sliver there, you think, well, yeah, how big is it? How big is it? This is reversed. It is 4 times the size of Manhattan Island. It is, well, over 4,000 square kilometers. Mallorca, for instance, next to it for size, is only some 3,600. So it's pretty big. But what's interesting, of course, these break off, this particular one from the Rhone ice shelf, you get warmer seas coming in, eating away from beneath. But you also, nowadays, we're seeing very deep lows working their way towards Antarctica and even further north too, loaded up with warm air. And think of that as a lump of warm air that barrels into a lump of ice and starts chewing away. These are temperature contrasts. Red above normal, blue is below normal. And just watch as we run through it. As these lows deepen, they barrel in. You think, heading into winter, this would be like a big ice continent, still getting surges of warmer air, warmer than normal air, working in. So, of course, these sorts of things continue and making the ice much, much more unstable. And it has been very unstable further north. Look at this across parts of the Arctic. That is temperatures above normal. We've lost a lot of ice. Some places are already ice-free. And that acts as a zone of warmth. Think of a bathtub with warm water. And that's caused the jet stream here to be very wiggly. And with that, you get real temperature contrast. Down south, northern parts of the US, southern Canada, colder than normal. And across the far south, it's warmer than normal. You think, well, how is that possible? A wiggly jet stream causes just things to be different. Warm in one place, cold in the other. And just take, for instance, this, going into the Memorial Day weekend across the US, Jacksonville, Florida, nearly 100 degrees Fahrenheit on the other side of the jet stream, and in that cool zone, places like International Falls, Thunder Bay, will struggle to get to near 40 degrees, and there could even be some snowflakes in the air, all because of the jet stream. Just big upper ridge, warmth. Other side of the jet, you got this guy diving down. And with that zone, of course, and that warm water in places, that's been really adding some fuel, almost like a fuel-injected jet stream there across southern parts of Canada. Look at this green. Those are very strong wind diving out. And that's been wiggling across. We've had flow across the Arctic as well, giving warmer than normal temperatures there. But it's really made it a dull old May for much of really Europe. But it will improve. We're going to get a bit of a shift in the old pattern. So what has been this zone here, that is going to go east, so allowing quieter weather to finally move into western parts of Europe as we finish off the week and get into June. That's how we've been looking. Same old story, low pressure. But check this out. By the end of the week, bye-bye, off you go. We finally have high pressure building across the British Isles. It will come. Hang in there. But you're probably looking at a calendar saying June by then. To much of New Zealand, weather is stuck. And you say, well, how can the weather be stuck? Look at this low. It's just not moving. I've put the upper level streamlines on, and that's a cut-off low. And when we say cut off, it's like you're at the traffic light and you rev to go, but you're in park. Same with this low here. High building in, a new system there, but as I run this through the week, you say, well, how does weather get stuck? It's a cut-off low. Doesn't it look like a bloke? 2 eyes and a mouth, or funny sort of tongue. That is your low. Moving, doesn't move, and it's not until something else comes and just gives it a bit of a kick up the backside to get it moving away. But the whole week that sits and brings wind and rain to northern and eastern parts of New Zealand, whereas further north and west for much of Australia, it is looking rather quiet and rather settled. That's the weather for now. See you guys again next week. Take care.